I'm Oskar Nygren, and this is Imperfect Action. In today's video, we are going to talk about the power of imperfection, how to embrace your flaws and live a happy life. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell, because I intend to make a video each day for those who want to raise their vibration and share their gift with the world. So with that said, let's get into today's topic. When I was done with my awakening, when I had done all this internal processing and got past a lot of my shame from my childhood, my anger against my parents, my frustrations around the world and with the world, I felt ready, and I felt this urge to share what I had inside, what I had discovered. And the interesting thing is that as I started to try to share that, I started to stumble upon so much more that there needed to be awareness around. And one of those things are obviously perfectionism and imperfectionism. And I remember how I was like really feeling fearful of showing up, of standing in front of camera, of posting on Facebook, and making an online program. Basically because I wondered, or I started to sense this, like, what are they gonna think about me? I'm just a nobody, right? I don't have anything to share. And that was a lot of what I was struggling with. So each time that I had decided, like, I'm gonna do this, I did it maybe for, I don't know, 3-4 days consistently, and then something started to tackle off. You know, each day it felt like it was such a resistance. I could never really grasp what that was until I stumbled upon something that is called the law of cause and effect, and Newton, or the third law of emotions. And what the law of cause and effect essentially says is that every action produced or sent out in thought, word, or deed causes an effect that produces those effects of thoughts, words, and deeds towards you. And the same thing with the third law of emotion, which is the same thing as the Newton's third law of motion, which is every action has an opposite and equal reaction. And the third law of emotion says that every emotion produced or expressed in thought, words, and deeds has an opposite and equal emotion, right? If I point a finger, 3 fingers are pointing at me. And that is regardless if it is positive or negative. Now, since I was struggling with imperfection, or with perfectionism, I started to realize that who am I pointing at? Who am I judging for being imperfect? And there was a lot of people I were judging around that. Those who just starting their business, those who are posting a picture and it wasn't, there were flaws in it. And somehow I hated flaws. And because I hated flaws, I never wanted to show myself flawed, right? And that's a huge abundance block. Because when you're starting out, you're gonna be flawed, right? That's just a given. You will not have everything handed to you on a silver platter. Because one of the whole ideas around this is the journey. And the journey wouldn't be a journey if you're starting at the end point, you know, at the goal, at the end of the rainbow where there's an urn with, like, you know, gold. No, you have to walk across the rainbow, right? And isn't that interesting also if you think about the chakra system, right? You walk from red to orange to yellow to green to blue to indigo and to purple, right? The whole rainbow. And then you will get the pot of gold. So, in essence, if you have trouble sharing on video, showing up, or like posting something, start looking at what people are posting around you or sharing around you that you are pointing a finger at with your mind. Maybe you're even saying something, right? Then it's even stronger, right? Because you have thought, word, and deed. Thought is weaker than word. Word is weaker than deed or action. So think about that. Think about whom you're judging in your life. And then when you're understanding that, start looking at the emotion that you're sending out towards them. What are you feeling against them? If you're feeling hate, despise, disgusted, hostility, Newton's, or the third law of emotion, says that you're feeling that towards yourself. If you would do the same thing. So unless you purge those emotions from your system against these people, that you hold against these people, which in essence actually is just a version of you, then you will be trapped in those emotions as soon as you start doing what you're judging the others for doing. A great way of purging these emotions is a mantra that's called the Oponopono, which essentially goes like this: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So it goes like this. Well, it goes like this. You can think about it like that, right? I am sorry for judging you, having opinions against you and your way of being. Please forgive me for what I've done to you, for what I've sent out towards you. Thank you for giving me the gift of embracing my own mistakes. I love you because you and I are one. You are me. I am you. What you feel, I feel. Thus we can embrace each other. something similar to this, or whatever you feel when you are looking upon the person in your life, or maybe not even your life, it can be a famous person that you can't stand. Because chances are, if they're doing something, you won't be able to do it if you can't stand what they're doing or the way they're doing. Because it's always the essence of it. It's not necessarily the direct action of it. It's something similar to that. So be mindful. And start realizing that we're all on this journey. And someone that you might look up on a video today, he produced this video maybe 3 years ago. And he's a new person today. But you don't know that. And that's the bane of this society, right? When we grow up, we get this story about how we're supposed to be in order to fit in and not be outcasts and not be neglected. So we adapt these beliefs to protect us. And then we start pointing fingers at whomever is challenging those beliefs. But in essence, that is just the beliefs that we're having ourselves. So our journey is to let go of it. Because then we can stand up and share our gift with the world and be embraced for the natural authenticity that we're having inside of us. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and joy to all of you. Bye for now.